people who are having a less RAM capacities and all, or anyone, for anyone, is very useful. So guys, just I will tell, just wait for half an hour and we can take a leave for today. Okay, so this is my Linux minimal version. Okay, now I connected with putty like this. I can operate with the putty. Even if you install a full version also, we should use a SSH connection only. So not all difference, but last batch I didn't show you how to install a full versions and all, and previous batch I got a problem. Okay, so I will try once again. So power off to shut down virtual machine. Sorry, to shut down the Linux, in the command prompt type power off. For reboot, reboot only, just power off. See, automatically my Linux will be shut down. So it is going to inactive mode. Just close it. Go to this one, because it's minimal, right? It is done. This is 2 GB. Minimal is a 2 GB. Already I given, but I don't want it for installation purpose only. I given 2 GB. Edit virtual machine settings. You can change it to 1 GB also. Tomorrow I will show you how to change it before I start the machine. Now I'm closing this one, or you can keep it now. Go to home, create a new virtual machine. This time I choose typical. This time I'm choosing typical. So what will happen? We'll see. I'm choosing typical. Next, third option, install. I will install operating system later. Third option, Linux and CentOS 7 64-bit. Already there here, so I'm continuing it. If it is not there, you have to select manually like this. So Linux CentOS 7. Next, here I should give a name, right? So I'm giving CTS 2 Linux 2. So this is a full version, so I put a full Linux 2 full because it contains a full version. Okay, and I'm going to clear this path completely. So location I removed it. My actual location is like H drive, H colon slash. This is the location. Okay, CTS2 2021. Next, slash, put a slash like this. Copy this one. Just copy, paste here. Copy and paste here. Okay, so copy the name with the full. Okay, so I paste here. So this is the CTS2 folder inside Linux folder. Next, store virtual hard disk in a single file. Okay, this is option. It's showing 20 GB is enough, but I will go with 80 GB. No problem. No problem. 80 GB, 180 GB, 120 GB, anything you can give it. More than 20 is a better one. Next, hardware, customize hardware. See, very simple options. Memory showing 1 GB, but I will increase to 4 GB for installation, to faster installation only. Okay, later I will decrease to 2 GB. Okay, now I am putting 4 GB, later I will decrease to 2 GB. Okay, because installation should be faster. I have 12 GB, that's why. Next, I am selecting this one, the first option. Okay, I am selecting this one. Guys who are having a uh, 4 GB people, don't put a 4 GB here. Use 2 GB or 1 GB only. Okay, so I select this option. So you can see VTX option, CD DVD. So use ISO image, CD DVD, use ISO image, browse. Yeah, This is minimal version, right? Where is the full version? Have to search. Yeah, this is a new version. Okay, new version, full version. This is a new version and full version also. Okay, so I'm selecting that one first. I downloaded this one, right? DVD 200. I showed that one also, like this one. If you got a doubt, I will show you again. So what to do? CentOS, download. So just I decided to use only 7 till I got a confidence on 8. So I selected a 7, X8064. So I went to this link, any of the link, no problem. First link has a problem, then go to second link. Then I downloaded this one. Okay, this is also a full version. And one more version is there, everything version. If you want, you can download, but it is a 10 GB around. So who want that one? So I want a 4.4 is enough for me. I don't want 10 GB. So I put that image only here after download. Next, network adapter, custom VMnet 0, custom VMnet 0. Okay, so four things. RAM, actually I have to put 2 GB only, but I put a 4 GB for faster installation. And select virtualize VTX option like this. Next, use ISO image is a full DVD image, 4 GB image. Network adapter, VMnet 0. That's it. Close and finish it. Finish it. Okay, done. Now again go to edit virtual machine settings. Again go to edit virtual machine settings. Don't start the virtual machine. So check it, memory, processor and check mark, hard disk, okay, and IDE, okay, VMnet 0, options, okay, so this is correct or not. Next go to the options, time sync off, select this option, time sync off, select this option, advanced, I am using UEFI here, I am using UEFI here. So already BIOS, it's I'm using UEFI. Okay, and here your thing is good, right? Now you can click OK. Guys, whenever you do canceling, don't close it. If you want to cancel, cancel button only there. Okay, click OK. OK. Next, one more thing is there. I have to add a few lines to it. Okay, H drive. So this is my folder, CTS2 folder, Linux2, and this is the file. This is a VMX file. I have to add few lines to it. How to add it? So I have to go to that file, VM edit. I'm adding 3 lines because I need a more virtualization compulsory in a full version. I want to practice DevOps in that one. Okay, like this. Okay, I copied those 3 lines, and this is H drive, CTS2, Linux full, VMX, right click, open with Notepad, scroll down, click here, paste. Now it is something not good. Okay, now it is good. Guarantee it is here. Okay, nothing is missing. Like that. Okay, 3 lines are I done. Save it, close it, close it. Yeah, minimize or close, nothing. Now power on the virtual machine. Without adding those 3 lines, you power on the virtual machine. No problem, just continue your work. Okay, in bottom some notification is there, don't worry, close it. So I'm selecting CentOS 7, install. Entire process is almost same. Only difference is like software selection, swap memory, little bit difference is there. That's it, not more than that one. Actually, I no need to close my previous Linux machine, but we need a more RAM space, free space. System works easily like that. Just okay. Here I'm going to full screen mode. Okay, English, India. Continue. First one is network and host name, right? And off is there. Just click on off. You will get on. Wait, you will get an IP address, and also status will change it to connected, and you got some IP address 103. And here I change the name. I put a CTS to Linux 2. I don't use full and all here. Example.com. That CTS to Linux 2 only. That's it. Apply. So this is my name. Okay, I give a name here. Like that. Via example.com, non-routable. So any domain that is non-routable, anybody can use it. Next, um, date and time. Date and time. So we are in Kolkata. Network time on off. Check it. Date and time. So it is correct. Then go to done. Installation source. Nothing is showing here. Just click on done. Okay. Partitioning and software selection both are there. So I'm going to software selection first. See, because of full version, it is showing all the options. Okay. If you want to install minimal, also you can install minimal also. If you want to install full version or virtual host, anything you can use it. I'm selecting server with GUI. I'm selecting server with GUI. You can use this one, Genome with desktop, or you can use server with GUI. Okay. I'm selecting server with GUI. I want GUI full version. Okay, Java platform, you can select few things from here. I'm going bottom. From bottom I will select. More you select, more time it will take, so be careful while you are selecting. Okay, system administrative tools are important, development tools are important, compatible libraries are important, security tools if you want you can use it, no problem. Maybe we'll use it, no problem. Virtualization tools, virtualization hypervisor, virtualization client. So why I'm installing this one? Because Linux virtualization is also class is there. For that one compulsory we need these tools and full version also. Remote management for a Linux, you can use it, no problem. Otherwise you can remove it. You don't want a print server or you want a print server, so select a print server also. Performance tools, network file system client, you don't, later I will install it basically. Okay, KDE is not required. load balancer, firmware, high availability we are not doing, hardware monitoring tools if you want it, otherwise not required. These things we will install and practice, so that is enough. Hardware monitoring tools utility for hard monitoring purpose. Java platform commonly be required. Okay. Performance tools. Print server one class is there, so instead of installing that time, we will install and see. So I unselected it. No print server. Okay. Remote management for Linux. Select it. What will happen? These virtualization three things are there: client, hypervisor, and tools. Three things. Three. Just select it. Compatible libraries, development tools, security tools, and administrative tools. That's it. Just click on done. Again, it is verifying installation source. I will share the VM edit file. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, so you have to do installation destination thing. Okay, so click on it, and I will configure partitioning. I will configure partitioning. You can use automatic one, no problem, not at all a problem, but better to use self configuration. I will configuration. Okay, next, don't use LVM, change it to standard partition. Okay, after changing standard partition, you can say click here to create automatically also, you can do it. Click here to automatically also, you can do it, but I'm not doing, I'm doing manually. So standard partition, here we have to give little bit extra spaces, but I'm giving same only, because previously you're giving a extra space also, extra sizes. So the boot boot EFI slash, I'm giving 20 GB, I think enough. Home is again 10 GB, I think it is enough. Okay, my plan for a swap, currently my RAM is 4 GB, but I will change it to 2 GB. I will change it to 2 GB. Okay, so 2 into 2, 4 GB swap memory, 4 GB swap memory. So add mount point. Now do it done. Home boot slash swap. That is enough. Done. Accept changes. That's it. Everything is selected. K dump is already enabled. You don't need to do anything. Otherwise, you can go once and click on dump. Done only. That's it. No, don't change it. Begin installation. It is preparing installation. So meanwhile, I am checking my root password. So again, root password is always, I will put a same. Why? Because if I forget, it take lot of time to crack the password. Linux root password can be crackable, but version changes, difficulty increases. And also I'm creating a user here. I use student1 as a password is also student. It's a regular user. Root is a administrator, guys, remember. Now it is still in a process, it will take little bit time to complete because lot of packages are there. This is a VM edit. Why it is not showing here? Okay. The three lines meaning is, I will tell, because it will take anyway time. Okay, this much as not even, it is not started at all, the actual installation. Once we completed, you have to click on reboot, and after rebooted, we have to verify a few things like next, complete, finish, few things. Okay. Okay. Save that file, but here I want to show you one example. Why we are adding, guys? Think. This is your physical machine. This is your physical machine. So I will put a more big one. This is my laptop or a physical machine. This machine contains CPU, right? This machine contains CPU. Every machine having a CPU, and this CPU has a feature called VTX feature, right? Or AMD feature, means virtualization feature is there. Your machine is having a virtualization feature. That's why we can able to create a virtual machines. We can able to create virtual machines. How can you able to create and run a virtual machine? Because of this one, right? But what is happening here? Virtual machine also a machine. Virtual machine is also a machine, right? This is also having a CPU. Virtual machine also having a CPU, right? We are giving a CPU, one CPU, right? So this machine also having a CPU. This is physical CPU. This is physical CPU. This is virtual CPU. That's it. This is virtual CPU. This is physical CPU. So when we are running a virtual machine, this virtual CPU create and consumes our physical CPU resources only. Okay, it will take from our CPU. But what is this? It's a virtual CPU now. VM having a virtual machine having a virtual CPU, physical machine having a physical CPU. Now, you want a virtualization in the virtual machine. It means you want to create and run virtual machine inside of another virtual machine. This is virtual machine number 1. This is virtual machine number 2. Virtual machine is a one virtual machine. This is a virtual machine, and inside of this virtual machine you want to run another virtual machine, so we cannot run it. How? Because VM1 has a virtual CPU. If it is a physical CPU, it may work. It is the physical CPU virtualized for virtual machine. Physical CPU virtualized and used for virtual machine. And this is virtual machine use a virtual CPU. How this virtual CPU become virtualized virtual CPU again? Okay, it is like a non extra copy type. Like you have a original document. You have a original document. You can create a number of Xerox copies, right? You can create a number of duplicate copies. You can do it. If you don't have a original copy, then the Xerox copy act like a Xerox copy only. Xerox copy won't like a actual copy, right? Same thing happen. This is the virtual CPU, and when you want to create a virtual machine inside a virtual machine, so this that won't be happens. Why? Because of this is already virtual CPU. If you look at this statement, I got untitled one, untitled. Why? Okay, if you look at these three statements, what it is telling: hypervisor CPU ID is V0 false. It means what I'm telling to my virtual machine is this CPU is not virtual CPU. This what are the CPU virtual machine? Virtual machine, whatever the CPU you have, that is not a virtual CPU. It is a physical CPU. It is a physical CPU is here. It is not a virtual CPU. So that's like we are faking our virtual CPU into a physical CPU. So then we'll get an internal virtualization. This is it. Okay. So it's still going on. Almost like uh, there is a few more packets to complete. Okay. License information showing here. So click on that one. Accept. Done. That's it. Network is already connected. Host name is already given. Finish configuration. That's it. Okay. So go to not listed. Go to not listed. Type root medium admin trade 123. Next, next, next. Skip. Start using CentOS Linux. Close. That's it. So open new terminal. Right click. Open new terminal. Like this will open. If config. So here more IP addresses. Actual one is this one. This IP address. You can do all the commands like who am I, like that. Next one is this is entire Linux. You see application, places, terminals. Okay, you'll get all this one. Application like this. Okay, shutdown button, restart button. Okay, all the things. GUI mod. if config. So this is my IP address. If you want SSH find key gen enter enter, and that's it. Minimize the virtual machine. Go to putty and type your IP address, means Linux IP address. Click open, yes, and click root. Password admin @123. You can see this is people Linux. Okay. I'm shutting down the PC, so power off. Work is completed. Okay, so this is it, how to install and how to connect with the putty. It shut down automatically. Anyway, it shut down. Later you can change the RAM sizes and so close it. Work completed.